Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from all around the world. Um, there's my big, beautiful face on the live stream. How's everybody doing? We're so glad that you've chosen to spend your day with us and join us for the 2022 3D Tech Festival. My name is Jordan Huggins. You're not going to hear or see me too much. I just had a couple of housekeeping things. First of all, thank you all again so much for joining us. My name is Jordan. I'm the marketing manager at Alvanon. And before I hand things off and we get rolling, I just have a couple housekeeping notes for everybody. Um, we're obviously live streaming through YouTube this year, which is a new update if you've joined us in the previous years. For 3D Tech Festival. So not assuming anything, whether your skill level with YouTube or whatever. I just wanted to run through a couple of settings, features that we'll be leveraging over the next 3 days. Audio, video issues or anything like that, you can first, I just wanted to say you're on YouTube, so please subscribe to us on YouTube. There's a little subscribe button next to our name underneath the video. You can also be notified when we go live over the next 2 days. If you navigate outside of this video, you can right-click on the Alvanon logo or the Alvanon name in the bottom left underneath this video. Open a new tab so you aren't taken away from the stream. Click Videos, click on Uploads, and then select upcoming live streams. And you'll see a great little button next to tomorrow's and Thursday's live streams. And if you click notify me, then again, you'll be notified when we go live. And you'll also be notified if you subscribe to us on YouTube. We also are encouraging everybody to get involved. You're going to do all of that through the chat box. I see a lot of people are throwing comments into it currently. Jump in right now. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. We are super keen to know, and I know we've got some stats coming for everybody as well. So jump into the chat box and let us know where you're watching from or if you have any questions. And be sure to use the emojis that are available to you. Let us know when you hear something you love from one of the speakers. We will be posting some polls here and there. Those will appear also and you can answer them directly within the chat box. Q&A. Some sessions will leave time for Q&A. We will be pulling all of those questions from the chat box as well. So anything you need and anything we need will really be centered around the chat box. Technical issues. Hopefully there will be very few. We've moved over to YouTube to streamline the whole festival and provide better access globally. But should you have any technical issues, however, please let us know. You can email us at marketing@alvanon.com. It's right on our website. You can find that email on the Tech Festival homepage at 3dtechfest.com as well. Recordings. Every session this year is being recorded. So not only hello to you that are watching live, but hello to everybody in the future that is tuning in, watching a session recording. All of this year's festival sessions are being recorded, and they will be uploaded to a session library that is behind a registration wall that many of you have already registered for, and that is again at 3dtechfest.com. In order to access those recordings, you must register and create an account in order to access the session library. Now, without any further ado, I'd like to go ahead and hand it off to your main host and MC for this festival, as well as the brains behind the 3D Tech Festival. She is the owner and CEO of Alvanon. Please, everybody, join me in welcoming Janice Wang.
I'm muted.
Janice, I think you're...
Thank you, Mr. Huggins. One would think that by this point we actually know how to do this. So, hello everyone. If you're here today, early this morning, post-lunch coma this afternoon in Europe, TV dinner watching in South Asia, or like me in East Asia, sitting in an empty office, can you see? Because I cannot fight my teenager for bandwidth at home. Thank you. Thank you for coming to join us. And please, please, please give us a shout out for every from where you're at in the comments section, because I kind of want to share with you some stats. This year, as of this evening, we had 4,600 registrations. 4,600 of you want to hear us speak. And right now, our composition of signups are, wait, have to check the other information. From the US, we have 43%. From Europe, we have a combined nearly 20%. China and Hong Kong, about 15% of you. Bangladesh, nearly 10%. Sri Lanka, 3%. India, 6%. What actually all these stats mean, and the reason why I'm shouting out to all of you, is that we were here to democratize 3D and fashion tech. And education is power. And as NBC puts it, the more you know, and if you know, and you're as old as me, okay? So I want to tell you why we run 3D Tech Fest for free. And it really is a work of chaotic passion, I would say. And anybody who's been waiting for the agenda would know that it is chaos. A lot of it's in my head, and you can see behind me on the board there how many times we've switched this thing around. But this is a bit of legacy that comes from my dad, Dr. Kenneth Wang, and every year we must actually shout him out. This is my dad. He, throughout his career, he championed technology and training, and so much so, okay, that he got an MBE, so member of the British Empire, from the late governor, the governor, ex-governor Chris Patten, and I'm sure that he wished it was the Queen. Actually, I wish it was the Queen, but I digress here. Anyway, it was for services to the industry. I actually found another photo of him when he was like probably first starting out in industry. And it's a really lovely old photo of all of these people who actually started the Hong Kong garment industry. And it was really, really nice to find. So we were teenagers when this happened, okay? And the one thing that he used to make us do, and this is forever etched in my mind, is he made us listen to business briefings in the car on a CD. And we were teenagers, and I'm sure all of you who have teenagers know that they're not particularly interested in things that you're interested in. And I guess these were kind of like the business podcasts of the day. And so we would be stuck in traffic and listening to all of this. And this 90s logo is forever etched in my memory. However, the content is not. And that's kind of what iterative learning is really like, right? We kind of layer all of these things one on top of another. And then one day, this one nugget of information, it solidifies as knowledge. And then suddenly it becomes insight. And you might not actually see it until maybe 20 years later, which is actually, in my view, why we've been doing this for a long time, right? It's really quite, you need that time for things to kind of sink. Now, we have never been in such a time where information is so widely available. And that's why we're streaming this on YouTube. I think we all have learned everything from YouTube, right? I've learned, well, my daughter just told me just now that, she learned about acrylic nails on YouTube. So I guess we all learn something. But what I mean is that the issue is that there's so much information available. And it's quite hard to know what you really need to know. So we've tried to curate it down to things that are useful, right? There's something for everyone here. Whether you're an executive or you're a manager or you're a 3D enthusiast, you're a CAD engineer, whether you're in buying or if you're in merchandising or product development or technical quality assurance, manufacturing, we are all part of this fashion retail industry. And it kind of behooves us to understand more so that we can all play a part in the effort to be more sustainable and to be more efficient. Because every year what we've said is efficiency equals sustainability. So my call of action to action for you. If in the next 3 days, anything resonates with you and you think, hey, my lunch buddy from this other department in my organization, they might learn something from this, I'm going to ask you please to forward this to them. As Jordan has mentioned, it will be recorded. It will be kept on, on YouTube. And I think this has a longevity that is a little bit longer than this instant. But for all 272 of you who have tuned in to listen to our first 10 minutes of spiel, thank you again.